Mr. Mithun Manas, President BCCI, Mr. Devjit Saikia, Honorary Secretary BCCI. They waited 17 years. Now they've got the Tata IPL trophy to Rajat Patidar and RCB.
Glorious moment. Repeat champions, Royal Challengers Bengaluru. And as Rajat Patidar said, this is for you, the fans, who have journeyed long, soldiered long, and now you have two-time champions of the Tata IPL. Champions now of 2026. From the hunted to the hunters. And they have found their prey for 2 seasons running. Great delight for family, for friends, for fans of the Tata IPL globally, and for Royal Challengers Bengaluru making up for lost time. It would be unprecedented, but for now, they will focus Dinesh Karthik, Robobat, Andy Flower. And there he is, the coach taking center stage. Like captain, like coach, very background-oriented men. 5-time champ Krunal Pandya, trophy in hand, and he walks off. He just fills gaps wherever the team needs it. He is there for them. And only Rohit Sharma and Ambati Rayudu have won more Tata IPL championships than the man fondly known as KP, the other KP, Krunal Pandya. 2 in a row, back to back. They should be felicitated, they should be celebrated, because they've gone where only 2 teams have gone before. The great CSK, the excellent Mumbai Indians, the only other teams who previously won back-to-back championships. 2011, 2010, 2011, and 2019 and 2020 for Mumbai. Add to it 2025 and 2026 for the Royal Challengers Bengaluru. There'll be some happy fans around the country tonight and around the world. They are well appreciated across the cricketing landscape, within India and beyond its borders. And for that man, Virat Kohli, to lead them across the line, it will taste so much sweeter. He keeps reinventing his game, and he's an abject lesson to every young player that if you put in the effort, you will be rewarded.
It's the era of RCB. The floodgates have opened. The silverware is coming. It's the era of collecting trophies for Virat Kohli. For all those 18 years of hurt, of hunger, it is being satiated This one, as you've heard the captain say, is for the fans. Those fans also that will never be forgotten. Those fans that have stood through those moments of hardship who now stand in those moments of a triumph. Tremendously experienced players who are now contributing to these trophies. One of them holding it with Rajat Patidar now as a men's captain who has 2 trophies back to back. This is a franchise now that in the last 2 seasons has collected 4 trophies across the WPL and the IPL, and that is a serious statement when it comes to international T20 franchise cricket. I've got one who knows a lot about collecting trophies, who's captained in big moments, Harbhajan Singh besides me here. You're watching this transformation. We saw something that Krunal said maybe in one of his interviews, that you know what, where this started was in the auction, picking up the Bhuvi, picking up the Krunal, getting the Josh Hazelwoods, this time around getting Venkatesh Iyer as well. Those smart moves in the auction table has resulted now in the trophies for RCB, Bhaji.
Oh, obviously they had that team, they were covered from all the corners. They were brilliant from the auction table till this ground, till today, and of course going forward as well, this team is not going to get changed. Why would you change? And they have match winners in every place. You see Venkatesh Iyer coming in and making a big impact. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, a big impact. And Hazelwood, big impact. And Rasik, he was brilliant too. He had his days. Remember that game in Raipur where he had to score those 2 runs, and he defended the ball and ran those 2 runs. That's where that belief, become even more stronger, that we can win from any situation. So they have definitely got that team which is there to serve for a few more years and few more trophies for sure. The kind of cricket they played, I would say that the era has started, not just to dominate but to win the cups. So we had that era for Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super King, but rest of the other teams are far behind. I think they are the true winner.
That's a big statement coming from you, Bhaji, because you're so tremendously experienced. So what are the things they have done to set themselves ahead of the other teams? One of the things you mentioned was maybe grabbing onto those moments, the presence of mind in what we now call clutch situations, to have several different players who can now respond to those big moments. They were the first team to qualify maybe. How do you develop that presence of mind? How do you develop that winner's mindset where you do not crumble under pressure anymore?
Well, I think last year was a big relief for them, for all of them. Virat Kohli and Kunal Pandya, and Kunal Pandya had success with Mumbai Indians. He knows what it feels to be a champion. And Kunal Pandya, we hardly talk about him. His contribution last year in the final was big. Even in this tournament, look at his bowling analysis, are far better than any other spinner. And people often talk about he doesn't spin the ball. You don't really need to spin the ball. You got to be a good thinker or good student of this game, which he is. Whenever a team required him to bat number 3, 6, 7 at any position, he's ready to do that job. Rajat Patidar, what a player he's been, or what a captain he's been for this team. I think captain showed a lot of intent with the batting, what he does. When he walk onto the field, taking the game on his own and scoring those 80s and 90s in just 30-40 balls. That shows that that's the kind of intent they want to play with. And of course this season, there are a lot of moments they played under pressure, and they played the situation better than the other team. And you look at today's game, Virat Kohli doing what Virat Kohli used to do, not leaving till the end. Last game, Shubman Gill played brilliantly, scored 100, but then again he left the job for somebody else to come and do it. But this is what Virat Kohli does. When he's set, he won't let anybody come and take that pressure. He will finish the job for the team, and that's why he's the greatest. And I think that's what this team have. A lot of Virat Kohlis.
But they certainly started celebrating like Virat Kohli now.
They rubs off. That thing. I was hearing Ravi Bhai. It's like that scratch.
The rash that
the
spreads.
rash that
Yes.
spread. And that rash, good rash, has spread in the team. And now you see everyone is a match winner in this team. You look at their performances, whether bowling or batting, they look like a unit. They're going to win it. And look at their body language,
The body
which is
language,
more
yeah.
important. People don't often talk about it. It's so important to have the other team feel your presence when you're walking into the field or you're walking in the ring to fight another fighter. So that's exactly what RCB was doing better than the others.
What you mentioned about the bowling, that was been one of the most consistent. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar has taken us 10 years back, but Josh Hazelwood stood up today. The bowlers delivering once again at the power play against a Titan team that has been known for their opening pair.
Amazon और दिखाओ game-changing moments.
These were the big moments, if you look back in today's finals, where you really set the tones. It wasn't too imperious a total. Picking up these two big wickets, great cut by Rajas as well. How much has it mattered with having Hazelwood and Bhuvaneshwar on the hunt?
Look, they knew it, to win this game, they had to win those moments, and that's exactly what they did. First 6 over, they got Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan, their top 2 batters. And of course, it was a matter of one more wicket, Butler. But Butler was on and off in this season. He wasn't really scoring too many runs, but it was the case with 2 up front, Sai Sudarshan and Gill. I think they played bad shot. And, short selections were not up to the mark, but, knowing that, I think that there was the pressure, there was the nerve, that they were thinking beyond, that what would be the right score on this pitch. I think last game was the perfect example. They just bat normal, they get going and they got those 200 runs. But this game, they looked in a hurry and they got out. I think bowling was brilliant. Hazelwood and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, hats off to them, the way they bowled. And also GT's bowler, unbelievable, superb.
It was one for the bowlers, but as you mentioned, what a special moment to get the power play. But also, it's been a 500-run season from Joss Butler as well. So this is where Krunal Pandya, you wanted to talk about Krunal Pandya? This is where Krunal Pandya delivered with one of the most impressive spells that we've seen in a final yet again.